What happens when three doctors go into the jungle and come across a cult-like village? Well, nothing like in the Green Inferno, but in The Chosen One, there are some strange things going on. Now, I'm not typically a fan of soap opera-ish type of shows, but The Chosen One, or Escolhido, it held my attention. It grabbed me, it intrigued me, and it kept me watching. Three young doctors travel to a remote village in the Brazilian jungle, and they're on assignment to just vaccinate the entire village against a host of diseases. Now, when they get there, they are not met with a warm welcome at all, but they also find out that nobody in this village ever gets sick, and that's because they have a healer in place that lives among them, the Chosen One. There are religious overtones to this drama, but it is not a religious show by any means. It's a bit overdramatic in parts. I mean, even the film quality looks like that of a soap opera. The dialogue, the acting, everything just makes you really feel like you are watching a soap opera that happens to be in an outside set versus in a room. I like that each episode picks up right where the last one left off, so it has this really cohesive feel if you are binging episode to episode. There is some good mystery to the show, and as you can imagine, there is a lot of tension that is built between the outsiders and the villagers, because the outsiders feel, the doctors, they feel like they're doing their job, what they need to do. They have a goal, and it's really for good purposes, at least in their mind, but they're trespassing and they're not welcome. And really, the villagers, they're like, we never get sick, so why do we even need this? We don't need your medicine to come in because it will make us sick. But even aside from that conflict, the external versus the internal, you do have internal conflict that's going on, and that helps to add to a lot of the tension that we see and that we feel from episode to episode. So is the Chosen One a true healer? Is he a skilled doctor? Is he just good at illusions? I mean, I love that this series keeps us guessing between the episodes, that we don't really know what the answer is, because it could be any of those or a combination. And despite all the melodrama that you see throughout, I mean, it's still a fun watch. I was sucked in by the story, but that's not to say that it is just this stellar show. I mean, I have an affinity for bad TV where I just get sucked into something. But when I say that, I'm not implying that this is actually a bad show, because it's not. It's almost something that I would classify maybe as a guilty pleasure, because it's not terrible, it's not bad. I mean, it's just over dramatic. It's not necessarily something that I would gravitate towards, but once I was in it, I was like, I'm totally digging this. The actors do really well, especially when you begin to look at them as characteristics of a person. We have one who is a very panicky, self-serving guy, one who's a skeptic but always has an open mind. There's somebody who sees potential but also wants to see it realized. We also get somebody who is closed off from everyone and everything and wants to keep it that way. You also have somebody who is purely science-based, and they're not open to any type of faith at all. And they all work together to make a really good, entertaining cast. This show is definitely not going to be for everybody, especially with the over-dramatization, but it is entertaining and it is a fun, engaging watch. There is sex, nudity, violence, and profanity. I give The Chosen One 3.5 out of 5 couches. What is the best jungle-themed movie or show that you can recommend to me? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me.